Dude, I'm kind of nervous. I get nervous every time, like every couple seconds before we record something. Honestly, does anybody get nervous?
No.
No.
A little bit. I just hope this goes well.
Yeah, same. I want it to go
I
well.
thought you were gonna say I hope this is going to get over with, bro.
I just want this shit to get over with. I'm tired of being here.
Oh, I knew it. All right, here we go. We're going in 3, 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first official Salt Shaker podcast. We're gonna be trying to release these monthly, and it's just a way to, I don't know, connect more. You guys can connect more with us, and you guys can hear our side of things, and it's like, you guys get to know us outside of games and stuff like that. So left to right, who do we have?
Wait, am I next?
Yeah, you know what left to right means?
Well, I
I
don't
wasn't
know
paying
where
attention.
we're
We're kind of
sitting
sitting in a
relation to each
circle,
other,
so
bro.
Left from me,
Oh,
bro.
it'd
All right.
be more like
Hello.
clockwise.
Okay.
Shroom. There you go.
Hello. We got Shroom.
You know who it is.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
Will. And then
Sabo.
it's 7. All right. So we've been wanting to do this for a while, and we hope you guys enjoy. So I guess the floor is open. First topic I have written down, because we wrote down some topics just so we won't get too stuck without conversation, is we wanted to intro ourselves a little bit more, and a little bit of more of like what we plan to do with our future on YouTube and Twitch, and what we want to do in general, and like how we want to get there. You know what I mean? So you guys have anything to say? I'll talk at once.
I guess I'll start.
Well, I don't. What do you mean?
Well, I
Well,
mean,
like,
like,
where do you?
Salt Shaker. Like, what is Salt Shaker? Who are we?
I don't know.
You don't know who you are?
We're starting
A
this off great.
mediocre content creating group at best.
Damn.
Slow upload schedule.
All right.
That's Salt Shaker.
I didn't ask for you guys to rip into Salt Shaker.
Okay.
Okay.
Just fucking I don't know how to say it. I got nothing to say here. I'm confused.
Then why'd you say you'll
Um,
start?
I'm so lost.
I don't.
I
think
was
we're
gonna
ready
start,
for
but
a
then everybody else
podcast.
kind of like. Then I lost train of thought. Everybody kind of like interrupted. Now I'm just lost, so somebody else could take the stage. I don't fucking know.
All right. I guess I'll talk. So with Salt Shaker and us, we wanted to make well, I mean, we want to do a YouTube channel and stuff like that, obviously. Like, who in this day and age doesn't want to hop on that train of just, like, entertainment business and things like that? But, with us, it's kind of different. Because it's not like the money or the fame or anything that matters to us. It's more of like what we're able to do and what we want to do. Like, we want to be able to help people out and help the less fortunate, and like people that grew up going through things that we've been through in our past, and like even some things we're still going through. And we wanted to find a way to reach out and do those things. And we thought, our best way would be through comedy and through YouTube and Twitch and all that. So that's mainly like our goal. It's like one day we want to get to a point where we can have enough built on Salt Shaker and stuff like that to then be able to do charity streams and like do more for the community and the environment and stuff like that. Like one thing I want to do is like I want to be able to write movies and stuff like that, and I want to use this as a platform of like being able to get to that point. We can do skits later in the future. We can do like all kinds of stuff. I want to be able to branch out more than just gaming. And I mean, we're going to focus on gaming obviously, but I mean, I want to have the rest, I want to be able to do the rest. You guys got anything to add to that?
I feel that was pretty well said.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I can't really say anything better than that. All
What's
I
that
can
one
say
word they
is like,
say?
this is just like kind of the start for all of us.
Yeah.
Can't think of it, bro.
This is actually our group therapy session. I tricked you. It's not a podcast. No, yeah. Like we said, it's gonna be a little bit rough. It's like right now, it's kind of rough. Just because we're all starting.
Ditto. That's what it is.
Ditto.
It's gonna be rough in starting out because we're kind of shy and stuff like that. But like I've known these guys for a long time, and so
You just picked me
being
up off the street yesterday. What are you talking about?
oh yeah, that's how we just randomly found somewhere.
Similar.
No, I've known these guys for a while,
You
and
just found us all.
every now and then we just make incredible like moments that I will cherish and remember forever. And I want to be able to share that, and then also like one day in the future be able to look to our old videos and be like, and watch them over and see like, damn, how we've changed and like stuff like that. So this is a good outlet to see how we've matured in a sense and how our views and different things have changed would be through this podcast. It also feels weird calling it a podcast. Does anybody like hear that weird? Like I don't want to call it a podcast, but I mean it is
What
what
else
it
we gonna
is.
call it? Like
Yeah.
a web show?
Oh my god, no, please.
Jesus.
We're starting the new iCarly show. This is season 2.
This is iCarly.
It's actually season 2 of iCarly right now. I want to be Sam.
Gibby.
Out of nowhere, I want to be Sam and give me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yo, Sal can be, what's his name?
Ned.
Fred.
Fred.
Ned? Is that what's his name?
No, Ned was like the bad guy, dude.
Fred.
Fred.
Whichever one Sims like for iCarly, bro. That's
Isn't
it.
it like Freddy? Not Fred. Who the fuck is Fred, bro?
It's Freddy, I think. I think it's Freddy.
Yeah, it is Fred.
Hey, yo, Fred.
Yo, Fred.
Fred. Oh my god.
But yeah, I hope you guys support our cause and like see that we aren't in it just for the fame and clout and stuff like that, yeah. Clout.
Y'all know, I just want you to check out my SoundCloud. Link in
Oh
the
my
description.
god, stop. Bro,
So
bet.
Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter, Instagram, bro. Follow us on what's
Hit
that one?
Hit that bell.
What's that one app that was out for a while, like Periscope or some shit? It was like Twitch, but like
Paris.
no, like it was a real thing. Dude.
What?
It was like
Say to me.
no, it was like
Oh, no,
Twitch,
bro.
but not like for gaming. It was like you record it yourself or something, and you'd like go to places. Dude, I
Oh,
swear
that
to God,
sounds awful.
it was like vlogging, but like live streaming.
No, that's
Oh my God. Things like that are weird. I wonder, like, who just makes these things? Like, who's like sits down and is like, I'm gonna make an app where we're gonna put pictures, right, of males and females, and you have to swipe, and so we could just fucking sexualize everybody.
You just swipe.
I'm gonna swipe left or right, bro. Like, some apps are weird. How do?
True.
Oh yes.
You know what app is really weird and sucks a lot?
What?
TikTok.
Okay. I'm gonna make a TikTok. On God, bro.
You already
Oh, no.
did.
Get some advice from your sister.
Oh my God.
Bruh.
All right, I guess we're going down that train. All right, so
Alright.
I guess you're going down there.
Down
my
the TikTok
sister
train.
recently just made a TikTok. I already told you guys this, but
Link in the description.
oh my God. She literally randomly messaged me one day. It's like, yo, so I made a TikTok, and I was like, yikes, that's embarrassing. And she sent me some of her TikToks. It was like, which one do you think is your favorite? I'm like, my God, bro,
None of
what
them.
is this?
The one where they stop.
Oh, I love the part when they stopped.
The end of all
Dude,
of
she's
them.
almost at 10,000 followers on TikTok. Or I think she did hit 10,000. It's like, bro, we hit like 50 subs on
We
TikTok.
can barely get 10 subs.
Yeah, like what?
Alright, let's just be TikTok famous.
Yeah, we should
Forget
just,
YouTube.
yeah, let's just make
Till you start out
TikToks.
as
I'll
TikTok.
become an e-girl.
Oh my God, sell me your bathwater. It's actually a pond I've been working on for a while now. After he takes a shower, I run in there and scoop it all up.
What?
Yep. Okay.
Sell it online.
Yep. Yep. No.
And so I was
True.
leaving the building.
I would walk
It's like,
away.
"No, come back, we need the water."
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
Just imagine. How did that? Well, I guess I was gonna say, how did that blow up? But I guess it was just because it was Bella Delphine.
Yeah.
That and people were buying it.
Well, yeah, she sold out of it. Some people even started saying that they got fucking, what was it? They got herpes from it or something like that.
Even though it was literally
What
just
they
bottled
do?
water.
Drink the fucking water?
Yeah. Like, I'm not even joking. Yeah, people were drinking it.
Nasty ass.
I
Why?
I don't know, man.
I'm
That's
gonna
just,
throw up thinking about that. That's like there's like dead skin cell. There's like
it was probably just water. I highly doubt
Yeah,
she
it
was
was
like,
I would hope.
let me just
Either
scoop
way,
up
but
my
still, why
bathwater.
would you just be like, I'm gonna drink this?
I mean,
His ideas.
that's
a
true
human
too.
bathed in it.
But it was
And then
Belle
again, people
Delphine.
pee on each other.
What?
That shit's
Okay.
What?
What?
Come out of nowhere. Then again, people pee on each
Yeah,
other.
that's weird, guys. I totally don't do that.
That was a weird segue. Okay.
Oh, shit.
They were just
That's
drink
what I'm
people's
saying, like,
bathwater.
Yeah, that's gross, but like.
But like, that's money though. I bet she made bank from it. That's, we should
That's
take.
what she made
That's some
bank. How much
money.
was she selling it for? Like fucking.
I
was it
forgot. I think it was like
$80 or something per cup.
it was like
30?
$60. 30? No, yeah. Will's right. It was
Oh my
$30.
God.
And she
I would
sold
tell-
out
what-
like literally immediately.
Will bought one.
Who thought about it?
Wait a minute. Is that where
Will
you got
actually
those
just
cold
has
sores?
It's a kid.
Oh my God. Wait, did the new Borderlands DLC come out? Or
No,
I don't know, they didn't.
I think it did.
Yeah.
We have the season pass. We still didn't finish the other one.
Yeah, we still have to finish the first one.
Oh God.
Bro, I don't know.
Let's
Like,
go back in the clap chat.
it was kind of like, I don't know. I
Our
kind of
first
don't like
boss.
it.
Throughout
It was
that
super
whole
lame.
DLC.
The DLC was kind of lame, but the game itself is good
Felt
except for
like
the
the-
ending.
I just felt like a new, like, location. I mean,
Yeah.
it was, but like, it didn't feel like a DLC.
It doesn't feel like, yeah, I
I
feel
mean,
like
I
there's no
liked the map.
importance.
I just didn't like the gameplay in it.
I don't like the story. There's no storytelling. Like it feels like we're not important in this. Like, in the
Yeah.
base game, it's
You're
like,
not.
oh, you gotta stop the Calypsos because they're literally gonna blow up like Pandora. I mean, personally, I don't give a shit about Pandora, but I mean, someone does,
Yeah,
right?
Pandora
Like,
sucks.
but
I like Pandora.
so like, we were like helping stop the end of worlds or whatever, and them opening all the vaults and becoming the strongest.
And plus, they get to talk to us all the time for some reason.
Yeah, they literally our comms are just open to everybody,
Our
right?
comms are just open to everybody. They just kind of tune in here and there whenever they feel like it.
And then there's the DLC, and it's like, there's a casino.
It's like,
See, that's the thing. It's kind of. I feel like that's why the DLC is kind of off, is because they're not in it. Like, the main bad guys aren't in it. I think that's what kind of throws it off.
Well,
Because
Handsome
it doesn't
Jack's
really
in
feel
it.
like there's. But I mean, Handsome Jack is not even basically there. Even though they
That's true.
He's
just
in
keep
the
using.
holograms.
Yeah, he's not even like a threat or anything. The only main threat is what's his name? What was it?
I don't remember
The
his
boss
name.
dude. I don't know
Yeah.
Oh,
his
yeah.
name.
But like, yeah, there feels like no threat. There feels like no story,
Yeah,
no
it's
importance.
like- That's why I don't know. It feels kind of off. Like,
I'm hoping this
I
one's
don't
gonna
know.
be better.
yeah,
It's
I
gonna be
really
weird,
hope
though.
So. And now they're bringing Gage back too. So I wonder
Was that
what she's
confirmed?
gonna actually do. Well, I'm not sure she's gonna be playable, but she was in the DLC in the trailer.
Yeah, I saw her in the
I'm
trailer.
not sure if she'll be playable or not.
But I mean,
I
is it
highly
gonna
doubt
be
she'll be
like?
playable, honestly.
Is she gonna be like important, or do you think she'll be like Tiny
Oh,
Tina,
here
where
for
it's like
5
just a
seconds and gone.
couple seconds? Yeah, I guess Tiny Tina had more of a impact, but still.
Tiny Tina had I don't know, Tiny Tina's actually had a lot of DLCs and stuff that really were pretty cool, honestly. One of the DLCs was like was it Bunkers and Badasses, which was like a D&D thing that
Yeah.
she was controlling, which was actually a lot of fun. That was a DLC I actually really liked.
I always see like clips of it and stuff like that, and I don't know. That is a DLC I wish I could have played. It just I don't know. I didn't really like Borderlands 2, honestly. Like when we played it, it was kind of meh.
You know, if I'm being honest, like when I first played Borderlands 2, I didn't like it because, well, when it first came out, I didn't care that much for it because there wasn't a character I actually liked playing. Like, I tried out Maya, and Maya was pretty, like, I don't know, just a basic character to me.
Maya's hot.
Most of the characters in that game are pretty basic. And then Krieg came out and Gage came out, and I was like, oh, these characters actually look like a lot of fun. Like, there's a Rampager character, and then there's a character that summons like this giant ass robot, and I was like, those are pretty cool.
There's no love for
I don't know.
Zane in the new Borderlands. Literally, Zane is the most underpowered of all of them, and it sucks. I love Zane.
I don't know, I've seen you play Zane, and Zane seems like a pretty strong character to me.
Yeah, but I mean, like literally every other hero or whatever they're called, character, has a bunch of one-shot builds, where it's like, oh, I see it all over YouTube where it's like, oh, this is I don't remember what the siren's name is, but like she can like one punch anything, and then there's like the invisible dude or the Beastmaster where he can go invisible and then like literally one shot the Squidward dude, the giant tree monster and everything. And I just see like literally one shot builds for every character except for Zane.
Well, I
Zane
mean,
is
there's
more
always
like
no matter what
ad control,
game you're
and
gonna
that's what
play, there's
sucks.
gonna be one character that's gonna be underpowered compared to the others.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it
there's always
sucks
gonna
that
be
Zane-
one.
I wish it was like the siren.
Like, I remember everybody cried about Borderlands 2 when Gage and Krieg came out, because everybody thought they were dumb characters because they required no skill. Gage, literally, her whole tree and setup is any bullet she misses will always hit somebody. It always ricochets and hits somebody no matter what.
That's actually so fucking
So
dumb.
yeah, Krieg just pulls out a melee weapon and can pretty much one-shot mostly anything except for
Yeah, I
bosses.
think I played Creed.
Yeah, you.
But like the thing
No, I
is,
think you play the
the
Psycho.
thing is,
I don't know if that's different.
yeah, the Psycho, it's Krieg. But
Okay.
the thing is, even though yeah, their setup was kind of dumb, it's still a co-op story game, which I don't know. I had fun playing Krieg, even though his setup was dumb. It was pretty fun playing them, so that's what I kind of appreciated more about that game. They cared more about the fun aspect than, oh,
Yeah,
it's too broken.
I like more
Like
games that are like that, where it's
Maya,
like, well,
like all of the when I played Maya, she just felt like such a standard character. She just held people in place. Like I was like, wow, this is pretty like a useless power to me. I hold one person in place. Like I didn't really care for that. Zero goes invisible. Doesn't really do
I played
much.
Zero. He was there.
Uh, the other guy that can dual wield two guns, wow. It's just like, I don't know, their powers were just pretty basic to
Wow.
me. That's why, I don't know, I didn't care for the game until the DLC characters came out. That's when I actually started playing Borderlands.
Yeah. I like more games that are like that, where it's like they care about the fun aspect and like competitive and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like, Borderlands 3, these characters I actually really like.
It's like the Lego
Like,
games.
all of them.
I love the Lego games.
That's why I feel like with Borderlands 3, they actually did a pretty good job with these starter characters. I don't think they're that
See,
boring, honestly.
I don't know, but also I hate that. To me, Borderlands 3 feels like Far Cry 5, in the sense where people only like the game because of its main villain. But with Far Cry 5,
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
pretty much the whole thing about Borderlands.
literally Far Cry 5. Anybody that says they enjoy that game only likes it because they're villains. Because
Yeah.
there's no story aspect. You're literally just a dude called like Rookie or some shit, and it's like,
Rook.
yeah. And Far Cry, I don't know. My favorite's still Far Cry 3. Like the story and everything. Like I love Far Cry 3, and like I don't know. I feel like with most games they kind of like pull their main characters out now, because it's like in Borderlands
They
3,
don't
none
feel
of
like
our
recording
I
dialogue.
don't
yeah,
know
They don't
why
have like
exactly.
that's.
cutscenes.
Yeah, like in
I don't know why
Borderlands
that's
3,
like
we're
a
not in
trend now.
cutscenes. In Far Cry 5, we're literally just our own character, I guess, but no one talks. GTA, we don't talk. Destiny, we
Yeah,
don't
I don't
talk.
know. I don't know why that's like a trend in games where it seems like the bad guys now always get more like character than anything.
Well,
Like even
yeah,
like I don't know. It's just odd. Borderlands, none of the main characters you play are important until the next game when you don't play them. Borderlands
exactly.
1 characters had no importance until Borderlands 2 came out and they were NPCs. That's when they actually started having a character and a story arc.
Well, you
So
see,
it's kind of
Destiny is starting to get away from that. Like in Shadowkeep, there were
Hmm.
3 separate cutscenes where our guardian actually talks.
Yeah.
But like, I remember when Destiny first came out, like Destiny 1, I was like, that's weird, my character doesn't talk. And then I remember like on the subreddits and whatnot, everyone was like, oh yeah, our guardian, like in the lore, like took a vow of silence. I was like, damn, they were just really lazy and didn't want to record audio, huh?
Yeah. I remember you telling me that they took a Vor of silence and literally in Forsaken when
Or,
that whole thing goes down.
oh yeah, we broke the vow when
Oh
Kate
yeah.
died.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess Shroom knows Kay's dies, because I've told him before.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, yeah, literally just broke that vow, and then we just go back to not talking for a little bit, and then with
Mhm.
Shadowkeep we talk a little bit
Shadowkeep
more.
comes out, we're like, yo, what's up, Eris Morn? Like, what's this?
Heyo!
Hey, what's up, man?
How are you doing, my bro? Yeah, I don't know.
Like, bro.
Some of my favorite games are still like the Arkham series and like Life is Strange, obviously, and the Legos series, honestly. I honestly didn't like Life is Strange 2 as much as Life is Strange 1, I'll be honest though. Because
No,
it just felt so
Because of Max
disconnected.
and Chloe.
Yeah.
it wasn't Max and Chloe.
It
So
wasn't
I
Max and
didn't
Chloe, so
care.
I didn't care. And then I also felt
See, that's the big
disconnected
thing
with it.
that was like the big thing about that game. Everybody was so attached to Max and Chloe. It's like some people
Well, yeah, because they were some of
just
the best
want-
characters in video game
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. That's the thing in games in general, honestly, is like once you make a cast of characters and like some people want new stuff and then some people want
Well,
the
don't
same
call it Life
cast.
is
It's
Strange
like
2 if you're going to change the cast.
well, I mean, what else
Call
would
it
they
like,
call it if it's in the same
Life
universe?
what
is
was
weird.
Life is weird, bro. No, but
Life
like,
is
remember
weird.
Captain, whatever the hell his name is, the little kid.
Marvel.
Spirit,
Or,
Captain
Captain
Spirit.
Spirit, yeah. Captain Spirit got his own game and own name to it. Why didn't they just name it something else, like the Lobo Brothers or whatever they called themselves in the game? Yeah, the Wolf Brothers. I guess they didn't say it in Spanish. I don't know why I said it in Spanish. The Wolf Brothers. Like they could have just called it that instead of Life is Strange 2. But and I felt so
I don't
disconnected
know. I
while
liked
playing
Life
it.
is Strange too, honestly.
Yeah, but not better than 1.
Like,
It was decent.
I mean,
It's-
I think I liked them. I don't know. I liked them equally, just because it was two different takes of story. Like Max and Chloe's, I liked because it was just more in the town, but Life is Strange 2, they kind of just traveled to a bunch of different areas.
See, but
That was like one aspect I really liked.
the reason why I like Life is Strange 1 is because it felt so real. Like, sure, she has powers, and sure, like, there's a tornado blowing up the city and stuff like that, but the side problems felt so real. They dealt with, like, depression, it dealt with, like, suicide, it dealt with, like, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it was real to me. It was like,
You want to know one interesting thing about the community for Life is Strange 1? The whole scene with Kate, if you save her, you remember the scene where did you save her in your story?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
did.
remember. Do you remember the scene where you get to see her in the hospital?
yeah.
Yeah, well, the community liked that scene so much that the game designers actually added that hospital scene in because that scene was not going to show up. Like, afterwards,
What do you mean?
they were just going to move on with the story.
Oh.
The scene where Kate goes to the hospital,
Uh-huh.
that was added in later because everybody enjoyed that scene and liked Kate's character.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
they added
remember
more into
all
it,
that.
and it's like the community. I thought was pretty cool. The community cared that much about
It's
a character.
crazy. Community in general is just crazy. Like, have you just in general with games and like stuff like that and how they impact things? It's insane. Like it's weird how some games just decide to not care about the community and not care what they think and then it's like we'll go with our direction or whatever.
Can't think of any of those off the top of my head.
But some of them like care way too much. Like I want to say like
Yeah, that's the thing.
like with Fortnite and stuff like that. They care way too much where it's like, "Oh, we want this removed now." And it's just like, "Okay. I guess."
Okay.
Unless
It-
it's the Mac.
Yeah. Well, I guess they they only care about the competitive community in a sense. I feel like they
true.
yeah. Like
Oh,
they're
God.
kind of
Yeah, competitive. Jesus.
competitive's
That's a
ruining
whole
most
other
games.
topic.
But I feel like
Yeah,
Fortnite's kind of getting
competitive
better.
is just
Like with season 1, it got bored after a while, but like or chapter 2 season 1 got boring after a while, but it still felt fresh. Like it didn't feel like super crazy, super competitive. And like now with the new season, it feels like they care more about the like casual players Because if they cared about competitive, why would they add mythic weapons that literally just annihilate you in seconds? Or like if they added C4 back into the game and like mines and miniguns and Barretts and like I hoping moving forward
And
they
they're
work
slowly
more.
adding mobility.
Yeah, like with the helicopters. And yeah, I hope moving forward they really care more about like the fun aspect because competitive kind of like took it out, you know what I mean? Like we can't just go play squads right now without getting spit on by like a squad of renegades. Like we can't just go have fun.
Yeah. And then there's skill-based matchmaking, along with things.
Oh, dude, that is killing the video game industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skill-based and the competitive side of things are just what's killing games in general, honestly.
Will, is there skill based in Destiny?
Sure is. I wait in 20-minute queues every time I try and play Crucible.
Jesus.
Because I can't find anyone for me to match against.
Damn, that means
And then
you're
when I
just
do
too
get
good.
into a game, it's against a 6-stack against people who've gone flawless 20 times this weekend. In trials, it's like, bro, can I just play the game or?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Skill based matchmaking to me is weird. When it came out on Fortnite, it was like it kind of was in our favor, where we kept getting like the lower end of skill based, but we kind of just amped that up too much. So now I can't play casual or like quick play without it just being literally just arena without points or
It's
healing.
just, it's funny though, like how skill-based works, is because like, you play the game a few times and you go against a bunch of sweats. And then if you go watch streamers that are crazy good at Fortnite, they
Yeah.
go against
Mm-hmm.
people that aren't even that amazing. And it's just like,
Well, like you
do they
see
even
the,
realize? Did they even realize like what kind of enemies they're fighting? Like they're not people that play the game that well. It's just
the
like I don't
people
understand
that
how that works.
the people that upload those videos of them getting like 20 kills in pubs. It's like they're fighting dudes that have never even held a controller before.
Yeah.
And I'm fighting them.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who's never held a controller before.
I don't understand the whole thing with skill based because you're right with like streamers and
It seems very
YouTubers.
one-sided.
Yeah.
Like literal professional players are going up against total blueberries.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then when we try to play, and we're not bad at the game. Like I would say we're fairly decent, but like, why are we
No,
going
I'm
up
trash.
against the goddamn best in the world?
Yeah, it's not
Like
like we drop
super
like,
sweat
you
squad.
know, 30 bomb kills and win and just like had like a winning streak, never stopped. It's just
Yeah.
like what the fuck? We get like one win and it's just like, oh, you guys are professional. Alright,
Well,
we
that's
call
pretty
in the
good.
Renegades.
Send in the Sakar skins.
It's just like, fetch me their souls real quick.
Oh my god.
We need to knock them down a peg.
Dude, speaking of that, I'm
Yes, I-
excited for Black Ops 5.
Bruh.
Dude, if they do Black Ops 5 well, oh my god. Truman
I'm
said
not
fetch me their souls. And
holding my
that, like,
breath.
dude, like, yeah, that's what's scary. It's like, bro, I love Black Ops, and the promise of a campaign
I used to love Black Ops.
and then bringing back Woods and Mason, like, I really don't want them to mess it up, because it's like that's my childhood, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna, but like with Modern Warfare, on paper, it sounded great. But actually playing
In
the
practice.
game, yeah, playing the game fucking
Awful.
sucks, dude. It just feels weird, bro. It's like there's no way to explain it. I just don't like the gunplay or the movement. It feels clunky, dude. And we've played clunky
I don't like
games.
the graphics, the gunplay, the movement, the game, the experience.
Sabo, you played the story, right?
I-
How was that?
I don't understand what's going on with Call of Duty anymore. It just seems
That's
like
true.
it can't
The
do
story-
well anymore.
The story was great in Modern Warfare. I gotta say, it was pretty neat.
From what
What are
I
you talking
played,
about?
it was great. Modern
Yeah, it was good.
See, that was a story to flesh. Like you play a different guy like every
They
mission.
what they say, I think they're trying to do that for Black Ops 5 or whatever, but I think they might go darker is what they said. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. I was saying that Black Ops 5, they said they were going to be gorier and more gruesome than the Modern Warfare campaign. And
There you go.
I'm like, it sounds weird saying that I'm excited for that because it's like, oh, you want gory gameplay. It's like, no, I just want a game that doesn't matter, like, doesn't care.
And I play Gears. More gore, who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
It's
like,
better. And if it just makes it a better game.
I just don't
It's
want
like,
a
oh,
game
are you
to
gonna go
worry
yell at
about
the
being
whole
scared.
Gears of War franchise because it's gory?
Yeah, exactly. I just don't want them to get scared to do things, you know? Who cares if it's gory or not? I just want them to not be scared. Like GTA 6 with what was it? They said that when Red Dead 2 came out, there was a bunch of stuff going on. There was a bunch of controversy. Not with Red Dead, but like with the media in general. And they were saying how they're glad that GTA 6 isn't releasing now or anytime soon cuz they're scared. And it's like, why be scared when you know everybody that played GTA 5 is probably going to play GTA 6? You're always going to have your own community. And who cares what anybody else thinks? Like, why be afraid to do things your way? You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to be, uh, like, not censoring, but I guess, like, limiting our games? Like, people, like, who make games, they limit their creativity and stuff like that just because the media gets angry.
True.
Yeah, media and all that. It's just one big fucking conversation about it.
Yeah, it's one big
Like,
fuck fest, dude.
it's just like, I don't know, man. When it comes to media stuff, there's some things where it makes sense, and there's just like a whole bunch of nonsense.
But I mean, there's a lot of the time now, they just like either complain or they compare stuff to things that don't matter, that don't like associate themselves with it. Like with the
Hmm.
whole violence from video games thing, like that's why would they assume that there is a trend there? You know what I mean?
You know
Man,
what
people have been trying to
makes
get rid of video games for
people
the longest
violent?
time.
What will?
Like what makes people violent from video games is skill-based matchmaking.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm gonna go hunt down that soccer skin. Oh my god.
Damn soccer.
No, but yeah, I feel like,
Any soccer skins that are watching this, please just chill.
bro, yeah. We get it. You think you're hilarious
chill.
with 69 on yourself, like, bro. You're the funniest kid in middle school. But like, chill out. Come on. I'm just trying to play pubs, bro. Why are you cranking the height and then jumping down?
I'll
Someone
jump down,
explain.
I swear.
Bro, I'll crank and then jump down. I don't understand that
Oh, man.
aspect.
You remember that, like, man, building the height was like the biggest thing
Yeah,
for a
like
while.
season 3 to season like
That was like
6, bro.
that lasted so long. Like people, anybody built the height would instantly win, but now it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna box. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tunnel now.
That's what it was like
And
season
now I'm
9
gonna
or
build
10.
the height. It's like I'm gonna build a height, then they tunnel, and then it's just like, well, I'm gonna jump down now, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna tunnel.
Oh, I don't have any max res in sleeper.
Yeah, and then they run out of mats, and then they start psychoing people. Like, just jump in their box, bro. See,
It
I'm
just
kind
seems
of
like
sad that traps are gone too, because now I can't
I'm
stop.
happy they're gone.
Psychos jumping into
I
the
don't
box.
care. I literally, I don't care. I hate traps so much, and I'm happy that they're gone.
Yeah, but we need like something, dude, like to stop people from coming in.
Maybe make some kind of trap, but don't make it just like, oh, I get one-shotted just
Yeah,
because you placed it in a box. and you're a PC player that can just flick around and make a whole box around me and instantly place a trap while building it.
Maybe they should add like something that slows you or stuns you. Maybe like Watson's thing from Apex.
Oh, like the fence.
Yeah, like the fence where it, like kind of like disorientates you, not like hurts you, but just disorientates you. So not really like Zap Trap. Zap Traps kind of those kind of sucked.
Oh man, I forgot about the Zap Trap.
Yeah, those were short lived.
I already got some sneaky kills with that, but yeah, you really can't do much with those.
But it should be they should add something like that where it's like it slows you down or it stops people from psychoing you, but it also won't like kill them instantly or something like that. Not like
Yeah, I don't know.
boogie bombs where you could just the old boogie bombs, dude. Do you
Oh,
remember
God.
that?
Yeah,
Where they would stay dancing for like an hour, no matter how much damage
and you
put
could
on
just
them?
shoot him.
Yeah, old boogie bombs were crazy, dude. But things used to be
Man.
crazier back then too in Fortnite.
Mhm.
Like I remember season 7. Me and Will used to always run arena duos and just almost always like win a game. But like it was because people were just bots and like we would be last contenders and like in champs still fighting people that were just so dog shit at the game. Like Will has clips of him winning a game with a scoped revolver. Like that's in our
Because I was
mod.
doing a challenge, like
In
the
arena.
old arena. I was like, yeah, I could probably kill this guy with this scope revolver.
Like brug. And I miss those days, dude. I miss like when you can go up against bots and stuff like that, not have to sweat or not have to like. I guess that kind of sucks. Where it's kind of weird because it's like I'm not saying I don't want to try. It's just I don't want to go against people that literally are miles better than me. I want to be at least on an equal.
Yeah, you
playing
just can't
field
play
or
games
something.
casually.
Yeah. Like, and then why is force cross platform becoming a big thing now?
Yeah, that's another thing that's killing games. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, whose idea is it? Yeah, I mean, it makes matchmaking quicker, but it doesn't help at all.
Yeah, it kills your own community. Like, I don't want to go against a PC kid that can run the game way better than my Xbox. So like, there's no frame rate issues for him. There's almost no lag because they're usually like hardwired in and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, I can't even
And
load
yeah,
up the
that's
game.
the thing. PC players don't even like console players, so it's just like, why are we forced to do this? PC players don't like console players because we got aim assist, right?
No,
And
not
we don't
really.
like PC
They don't like
players because they
controller
can
players.
literally. Well, then that's the thing. Like, why?
Why do we have
are
to be roped
forced
in?
to play like that?
Yeah, don't make us
Why are
play
we
with
all
them.
forced to play against each other? We're controller players. They don't like fighting against us. We don't like fighting against them.
Speaking of things,
So it's like, what the?
yo, I fucking hate PlayStation. There goes the PlayStation sponsorship.
So we said no politics, bro.
PlayStation's not a political view. No, but like, let's be real.
I hate PlayStation exclusives. I hate
That's
that
true.
like
Yeah.
a lot.
That's true. It's funny because like eventually we're gonna have to get a PlayStation.
Let us play Until Dawn.
Yeah, I really want to play those games, but it's like I hate that they get like COD and stuff updates first. And it's like because the whole basis around a PlayStation is like it's more of a family orientated console and it's more of like a story game console.
Story.
Like all their stuff runs story games really well and they also can they have like multiple families use it and stuff like that and like watch movies and whatever. So if they're more story orientated,
Mom, play Call of Duty.
Yeah, why are they getting the Call of Duty updates before us? Why did Modern Warfare give them a whole game mode a year before us?
Uh, loop back to Destiny 1. They got 3 exotics and like 2 maps and a couple strikes years before Xbox got it, and then in Destiny 2 they got new strikes and new
Yeah, didn't they do
exotics
that? Yeah,
like
they did that in
before,
Destiny 2 as well, though.
like a year before we were able to use it. It's like, really?
And like, why so long?
Like a whole year.
Bro, like your game is gonna be dead next month, bro. Like, why? I don't know, man. It's like certain games you expect to die out really quickly, and they just last longer. But some games you expect to last a while, like the ones that wait a whole year till the Xbox can get content, and they don't last that long. Like a COD is not gonna last you a couple years. When the new COD comes
It'll
out,
have
you're
a
gonna
high
drop the
player
old one.
base, like 3 months max.
Yeah. GTA still is full lobbies everywhere you go. And this game has been out for 6 years. But like COD, like if I go play, what was the last COD?
Black
I don't
Ops
even-
4.
Was it Black Ops 4 or was it World War 2? I forgot. Which
No, it
one.
was Black Ops 4.
Yeah, Black Ops 4, dude. That sucked. Honestly.
I loved World War 2 though. I thought World War 2 was cool.
It was alright for a while, but then like there was like the fire shotgun that really killed it for me. And like I don't know. In that one, like kill streaks kind of killed it for me too.
That was Black Ops 4 for me. Everyone would just camp for kill streaks.
Mm-hmm. But I love, I don't know, I loved World War II. It's just like, it felt like weird though.
They should just really remaster Black Ops 1 and 2.
I think they're gonna
That's
remaster
what
Black
I'll
Ops
just
1.
play all the time.
Though they're remastering Modern Warfare 2.
I
Like
was more of a Black Ops
confirmed,
kid.
guaranteed.
Same.
Remember, no Russian. But
Well, you see, I started with Black Ops 3. So will always love Black Ops 3. I never played the other 2.
yeah, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is alright. I like it. Cause that was like,
I didn't care for it.
that was when I like met Miller and stuff like that. So there's a lot of memories with Black Ops 3. And I don't know, I like
See, that's
the
another thing.
whole
That's what makes games pretty good for everybody, is like when you get memories like that,
yeah.
meeting certain people in certain games.
So you've been pretty quiet. You got
It's
anything to say?
crazy.
It's crazy. What's crazy? Will You
Like
remember?
the memories you can make in video games. Like, I remember one of my when I first started playing Destiny,
Mm-hmm.
like what was that, like sophomore, junior year of high school. I remember staying up, like back then, this was crazy. Like I remember staying up till like 1 a.m. doing Vault of Glass with people we know.
Yeah, I know who
And
you're.
it's like, I got my first exotic and like, bro, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, it's weird to think back then, like staying up till 1 a.m. was like a big deal, bro. It's like
That was crazy, bro. I
Oh,
thought I
man.
was gonna like
Oh man,
get in trouble.
it's
I
so
remember
late.
doing
Now it's just like, bro, I wish I could go to sleep at 1 a.m.
True.
Man, I wish I didn't need sleeping beds.
God damn. But some of my favorite memories are like in GTA when I used to hang out with that whole group and stuff like that. With Miller and Vanessa and all them. And like hanging around them was kind of cool because it was like that was my first big like group. Like we actually would fill up Xbox parties and we'd play GTA games and stuff like that. And that was just insane to me. Because before that, all I would play would be like solo games and stuff like that. Like I was telling Shroom the other day. I started out playing like sports games and like all that. Like I had all kinds of baseball games. I had all kinds of Madden games. Like Sabo plays a lot of Madden games. My first like shooter, I guess, was like the first one that mattered to me was more of Black Ops One, and like then I got into like Halo and but I used to play Lara Croft like on the OG PlayStation. I remember
Oh
getting
yeah.
stuck on one spot, bro, and just I never figured it out. I was just like, all right, I'm done with this shit.
I don't know how many games I've done that, where it's like I
Yeah.
was enjoying a game and then I get stuck on one part and I'm like, all right.
No,
I'm
that's
done.
I
it.
guess I'll never touch this again.
Speaking of that, dude, there was I did that with King Kong, a game on the Xbox 360. I got stuck on one spot, didn't complete it till like 4 years later. I was like, oh, dude, I forgot about this game. Put it in. I was like, oh yeah, I was stuck on this, and literally beat it first try. And I was like, huh, I guess I was just actually stupid back then.
Yeah, see, if we went back to where we were stuck, I'm sure it wouldn't be a big deal. But
Well,
I
yeah.
did that with Killzone Liberation. You remember that game? Like, I got stuck on like
Mhm.
the second stage. I was like, well, I'm never playing this again.
Oh my god.
On the PSP, dude.
Dude,
Remember
I
that?
remember the PSP. I used to have one. It's funny because my mom bought it, and like came with a bunch of games. I think she bought it on like eBay or something like that, and it came with like a pile of games. And one some of them were movies, and my parents always used to be like super on me back then about like watching specific things. Like things on Adult Swim, they would call that the devil shows and all that, just to like scare me into
And I
not
used to watch Adult
watching.
Swim with my family all the time.
Dude, yeah, my parents were like, no, you can't watch The Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, all that. But then, like, when I got my PSP, one of the little, like, card things was literally like a whole season of South Park. I literally just binge watched the entirety of that. And I was like, dude, I love this. That's how it was with most movies when I grew up. They were like, oh, you can't watch Star Wars and Harry Potter and, like, Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. And I like always would want to
It's the
watch it.
devil.
Yeah, I'd always want to watch it, and then one day they were like, "Hey, you're old enough to like know the difference. Do whatever you want." And I was like, I honestly could not care anymore. So I never did end up watching those series.
That's how my family was with like games. Like, I remember
Mhm.
when I first stole my sister's Xbox, I was only allowed to play like racing games. I
Mhm.
remember
Oh, dude.
like I got the Force Unleashed, and they were hesitant about letting me play that. It was like just a what do they call those? A hack and slash.
Yeah.
But then I turned 13, and my dad came up to me like, I think it's about time that we let you get a rated M game. So let's go to GameStop and let's get you a rated M game. I was like, oh yeah, I know what I want, and guess what game it was?
GTA
GTA
5.
5
Yup.
back in
Jesus.
2013.
That's crazy,
And
bro.
look where we are.
GTA 5.
And I didn't have online, so I literally played the story like 4 times.
Dude, I remember not having online.
I didn't get online
Oh,
until I was like
Jesus.
14 or 15.
Oh man, I remember when I got my Xbox and my brothers were like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't play online." I was just like, oh. Yeah, they kept like, I don't know why, they kept like being protective about it. I don't know why they're just like, yeah, you shouldn't play online. Then I played Left 4 Dead 2 on my brother's Xbox
Mhm.
online, and I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. And then I showed my brother this, my other brother, my brother Nick. I showed him Left 4 Dead Online, we played it together, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna get gold now."
Oh
And I
my
was like,
god.
"So you're just gonna change your whole idea on this? You don't want me to not get it anymore?" So then after that, we both
Yeah.
got Left 4 Dead, and we just played it like all the time.
Dude, my first online game was Halo Reach. I remember playing Halo 3. Just I would like do the what's it called? Me and my friends would
Oh
come
man,
over to
I
my
used to love
house and
Halo
we would
Reach.
play the fuck out of Halo 3. And then Halo Reach, they had the what's it called where it's like horde mode from Gears
Oh yeah.
where like they would just spawn enemies and stuff like that. So I'd play
Mm.
that for like hours and hours, and then I got online and I was like, dude, I can like shoot other people. That's crazy.
Man, online was like such like a big change. Like when you get online for like the first time,
hmm
it's just like, oh man, it's like I can do all this stuff
I
now.
didn't even know. Like I remember getting Black Ops 1 and stuff like that, and it was like, that was before I got online, and I was like, dude, how do I play against bots and stuff like that? And I would like look up videos, and and they were like, oh, the option is right here, and I'd look on mine, and it wouldn't be there because I didn't have online, and you can't play against AI unless you've had online. I was like, dude,
Oh man.
getting online was crazy.
Yeah, the only reason I got online was because I was at GameStop. I think I was trading in a bunch of PSP games, and I had like like I think I had like $10 in store credit, and I was looking around for games I could buy, and I saw Destiny 1 was $7. Yeah, a lot of my gaming career just centers around Destiny, but I picked up this weird game called Destiny. I take it home, and it wasn't working. And I looked on the box; it said Xbox Live required. So I was like, "Oh, I should probably get that then."
Oh, that's funny, dude. I remember speaking of online, uh Batman Arkham City had an online where it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen too. Um it was like you play as the henchman of either the Joker or you play like Batman's henchman kind of, I guess. But it's like literally just COD but like with Batman names on everything. And it's just like, yeah, you just literally
Wait,
go and
I
shoot
think
at
I
each
know
other.
what you're talking about. Ah, I think I know what you're talking about. Wait, is it like a really cartoony kind of like
No,
Batman
okay, so
game?
that game that you're thinking of, that's called Gotham City Imposters. The game that
Oh
you're
yeah,
talking about.
man, I
I know
played
that game.
that. I actually played that, and
I
that was
wanted to
actually
play that.
kind of fun when I played it.
But no, this came
Oh
out
man.
with Arkham City. It was literally just a nitty-gritty COD but with your like either the Black Mask's henchman or the Joker's henchman or Penguin's henchman. And you guys just shoot each other. It was literally just that. It was literally just TDM with nothing to do with Batman. It was the weirdest thing.
Ah, yes.
The gunplay sucked. The guns sucked. Everything just sucked, but it was online. I never even. I think I played it once, and I was like, "Man, this really does just suck."
This really do suck.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Like, I used to play a lot of offline games with my brothers, and
Mhm.
then my brother, me and my brother Nick, we used to play Gears of War 2 a lot. We played through the story of it, and then I saw that Gears of War 3 was coming out, so I was like, oh man. So for my birthday, I believe my brother, he got me a 360, and he
Mhm.
bought me Gears of War 3 along with it. And the Xbox came with Halo Reach along with it as well.
Oh my god, I love Reach.
And I had Left 4 Dead 2. My brother gave me his copy of it.
Mhm.
So Gears of War 3 was like pretty much my first like online game that I played a whole lot. And like just playing that game online was just like a big shock to me. Because just playing the campaign a bunch and then just switching to online, I was like, oh my god, you can play the bad guys too. You can play the Horde, and I was like, that's awesome.
Dude, I never really
And like,
talked to people online until like Xbox
yeah,
One.
I never did either.
True.
Same. I never really talked to anybody until
The
Xbox One.
party
There'd
system
be
on the 360 was a little scuffed.
Yeah.
like there would be times I'll talk to people here and there, but
Mhm.
I never really spoke online that much. Like what made me get an Xbox One was Evolve.
Oh my god.
Like Xbox
I remember
One,
Evolve.
I didn't Xbox One, I didn't really care for it because there wasn't anything really coming out that I cared about. I was like, I'm just gonna wait till something pops up and then
Dude,
maybe I'll switch over.
for me, the
Then,
first Xbox One game I got was Watch Dogs, and I loved it.
oh man, like as soon as I saw like the trailer of Evolve, I was like, oh my god, this game looks amazing, and the graphics were just really good to me. Even now, I still think that game's graphics were amazing. It sucks that the servers are turned off now, but
Hmm.
I still really liked that game. And then I got Gears of War 4 that came out for it. But yeah, Evolve was the main reason why I got an Xbox One.
Yeah, I remember walking into the store for Xbox One games, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know what to get. Like, these are all new titles to me and stuff like that." Like, I had never heard of Watch Dogs. I never heard of what else did I get? What was it called? What's that one zombie game?
Hmm.
Dead Rising?
Dead Rising 3. Yeah, Dead Rising 3 was an Xbox One game. Oh, and I also got it because of Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot. I was about to say I
Fucking
got
love
Sunset Overdrive. I pre-ordered Sunset Overdrive like the last day it was gonna like release. I
Jeez.
pre-ordered it right before it released. I was like, oh man, this game actually looks really cool. So I
Yeah,
wanted to
so I
get
had
it.
like 2 games when I got my Xbox, and it was so I remember what made me get an Xbox One. Like I was like, oh dude, I already have a 360. Why do I need a one? I went one day to the Fresno Fair with one of my good friends. Will knows her, Yesenia.
Oh,
And
yes.
yeah, she was like one of my good friends growing up. And we went to the Fresno Fair, and they had a van out in the middle of one of the like, I guess, pathways. You know how like in the fair
Get it.
in the fair they usually have like pathways and stuff like that, like
Mhm.
going from exhibit or not exhibits. What are they called? Just from thing to thing.
Yeah, there are exhibits.
Okay, from exhibit to exhibit, and in the pathway was a van that had the Xbox logo on it. I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And it was for the Xbox One, and they were promoting Sunset Overdrive. So they had a bunch of Xbox Ones, like, and a bunch of TV screens, and you could play Sunset Overdrive. And I was like, I'll check it out for a little bit. Literally fell in love with the game immediately. Like Sunset Overdrive was amazing to me. I was like, dude, everything
Yeah.
looks so different and like good because like I came from like realistic games, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
Halo
Same.
looked gritty. I mean, obviously Black Ops is gritty, you know, like sports games are sports games. There was nothing like too cartoony in my lineup, and then there was this, and I was like, dude, this is amazing. So I got that, and then I remember going to the GameStop and being like, yo, I don't know what any of this is. What should I get or whatever? And the guy was telling me about Dead Rising 3 and what was it? What did I just say? Watch Dogs. And he was saying how like Watch Dogs, there was like a lot more you can do because it was like a lot of mini games and stuff like that. So I got Watch Dogs, and then later went back for Dead Rising 3. And I love all 3 of those
Can you
games.
can you guess what the first game was I bought on my Xbox One was?
Gears of War 5. Or not Gears of War. What? GTA 5.
What?
No, on my Xbox One, I bought Destiny, the
Oh my
Taken
god,
King.
dude.
But I traded in every single one of my Xbox 360 games and still couldn't buy Destiny for the Xbox One. So I had to
Jesus
like ask my dad for $10.
God. I miss. I don't know. I miss the old days and stuff like that. Like gaming now, it's kind of weird. Like I have a pile of Xbox 360 games right next to me because and like some Xbox One games on disc. And I just looking over and being like, dude, like I see Skate 3, like Halo Reach, like what was it? Marvel versus DC and I mean not Marvel versus DC. Was it Cap not Capcom. What's Mortal Kombat versus DC? That's what it was. And stuff like that. And it's like, dude, games back then were just better. Like,
The only 360 games I have left now is Left 4 Dead 2 and Fable 3.
dude, I never got into the Fable games. I know
Oh
Savo's
man,
big on Fable.
Fable was an amazing game. I love the Fables.
They're
They were
on
so much fun.
they're on Game Pass.
Well,
Oh, really?
which one? I think I saw some of them. Yeah.
All of them, Fable 2 and 3.
Yeah.
The funny thing is too, like everybody hated Fable 3, but that was like my most favorite one, just because that was the one I had like the most time on.
Hmm.
Like I was playing Fable 2 for a little bit, and then 3 came out, and I was like, oh. So I like replayed that story multiple
Savo, don't you
times.
have Skate 3? Oh yes.
Savo?
Savo even there,
I
dude?
don't know. I think Savo's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was gonna say.
Is that
Alright,
our high
where's
don't
Lucas?
talk?
I was gonna say we should do a Skate 3
How
video.
far are we in?
We're about almost an hour.
Okay. So I'm saying it feels like it's been almost that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to get too carried away.
well, like I said, it really doesn't matter as long as a minimum of an hour. It like if we just ripped off, it's fine. It's better than just sitting in silence for an hour.
Yeah.
There's a couple moments where it's just like, but I enjoy this. I enjoy just sitting around and talking.
But yeah, I mean, I miss the old days, honestly.
Hmm.
Like, back to what you were saying earlier about how like you first had a huge group. Like, that was with me on Friday the 13th
No.
because
Yeah.
like that was like the first time I actually like was like I'm gonna start talking to people. Like,
Hmm.
and it's like I don't know. I had like a group that just like was more consistent. Like I kept coming back to them.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna be here and then I'm gonna be gone. Because Friday the 13th, when it first came out, servers were broken, where you couldn't join public matches, only private matches. So everybody was doing looking for
Looking for
groups.
groups. Yeah.
That was the only way to get into matches. And honestly, I kind of miss Friday that way. I kind of wish Friday would stayed broken like that because you could find so many people that were just doing like mics only and things like that. Now public matches are just you don't even know what you're getting yourself into
Yeah, it's
anymore.
usually just silent sometimes, and like remember we played like a month ago or something, and like we found a bunch of people without mics and stuff like that, and we were just like, all right, we're leaving.
Yeah, like I met a group. Like I went through a few different groups, and yeah, there was a bunch of different kind of dramas I've got into before I found the
Oh
one
yeah,
you know what I'm
same.
talking about, Toast.
Mm-hmm.
That actually kind of
With more drama.
stuck around for a while. Well, I mean, it turned out to be more drama, but it wasn't right away.
Yeah.
And like when I was hanging out with all of them, I don't know, I made me really happy just because I kinda like I just actually had a group, not it wasn't me, just kind of hanging around my brothers with their friends. It was like my own group of people I could hang out with. Like
See, he
that's
likes
what
talking
made
about
me
his
really
old group
happy.
because he hates being around us.
Yes, how'd you know?
Yeah, we're what he settled with. It's like, I guess I'll stay with these guys
Yeah, for now.
for now. Yeah, just messing with you. If you leave, I'm gonna hunt you down.
I know
Like
your
so-
address.
We all know your address.
I hate those characters looking at me when he said that.
I know where you live.
Both in the game and in
Oh.
real life.
We live in the same
Oh,
apartment in the game. Same
Tell him,
complex, I guess.
dude. Just tell him your IP address.
Not true.
Oh man. Oh god.
Yeah, back
This
to where
reminded me back of the early Friday.
dude. Early days.
Your IP.
It's just yeah. I remember people
I'm gonna
used to
kick
always
you
threaten
alive. with
with that in like Black Ops 2 and stuff like that. Like, oh, I know your IP address. It's like, bro, I don't even know my own IP address.
That could have fooled me, bro. I don't know.
Yo,
And
can
he
you
was
tell
at
me what it is? 'Cause I
123.
don't know what it is.
Bro,
What's the
how
IP address?
how long are actually IP addresses? I don't even know, bro. Didn't I ask this with like social security numbers the other day? I was like, yo, how long is the social security number?
I know where you live.
You're not looking at them.
Stop.
Oh my god. But yeah,
What's the implication?
dude. Speaking of implication, I saw on Twitter the other day or yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. They all kind of blend together.
I don't know, dude.
There's a Twitter account that I follow that's like based around movies and shows and stuff like that. And they were like unpopular opinions for shows. Like put them in the comments. I was like, and I literally went on. I was like, bro, Always Sunny is better than The Office. Friends is overrated. And Glenn should have died under the dumpster. in The Walking Dead.
Yes. Glenn should have died under the dumpster.
Dude, the
Fuck
amount
y'all
of
that are
stuff
like,
I saw
"Oh,
about why The
Glenn
Office is like overrated and why Friends are overrated, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not
Dude, I
the
don't
only one.
care how long this stupid quarantine thing lasts. I will never watch The Office.
Just skip towards a good season.
Oh my god, that's what everybody says, bro. It's like, you know how many
Oh, dude,
bad.
just skip like the first 8 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
just
want
go
to know
to
how
the
many bad seasons there are of Always Sunny?
Watch the last episode.
There's none.
0. They're all bangers.
Yeah, like, how are you gonna have a show and be like, oh, it only gets good around like after like season 3, bro? And it's just
Like
like
the 30th episode in, yeah, they figured out.
they figured it out. It's like, bruh, what is that? Our videos? Oh yeah, after the 4th video, they finally figured out where they belong. It's like, dude, God, call us The Office, because we're unfunny, unoriginal, and the waste of time and space.
Oh my god.
And people only watch us if they are really like scraping the bottom of the barrel and they're totally bored.
Oh my god.
You really need to watch Lost, just because I want to
hate
see
Lost.
We
how
tried.
bad you hate
I
the
like
ending.
fell
It's
asleep.
so
Oh
boring.
my god. It's like, okay, Lost gets good. Okay, I'm just gonna, it's just another Office, pretty much.
It's
It gets
Office
good
too.
after a
Let
few
you-
seasons. But listen
Oh
to this,
my
it gets even worse. You want to hear about the ending? We're just gonna throw in religion. But what
Yeah.
religion? We're throwing in all religion.
All
Every
of them?
single one. It's all
Every
in
single
there.
one? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they threw every fucking religion in there. They go
Was
basically
Zeus
everyone
eating
died.
babies?
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody died. Everybody you saw on that island in the very first episode, they're all dead. Big
Oh my
shock,
God.
right?
Dude,
So yeah,
okay.
they all died, and guess what? They all go to church, and it has all the religion in there.
Wait, what?
Every single
There's just the
religion
church on the
there.
island now?
Yeah, they're all dead. Man,
I heard there was like
I
time
really do
travel and
enjoy-
stuff like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of random, voodoo shit going on. But by the way, it's just like, nah, we're ending it for religion.
It's like,
They're all
bro,
dead.
I don't know. We tried watching
I
Lost,
was so
the
pissed.
what's it called?
Holy fuck.
Lost.
We watched like the pilot, and I fell asleep. Like,
Yeah,
dead ass.
I was literally falling asleep until the plane crashed, and then there was like literally 30 minutes of an alarm blaring from the plane, and I was
And
like,
like
dude,
jump cuts and shaky photography.
yeah, and I was like, this hurts my head. Like literally, it was just wah wah, like the entire episode. I was like, dude, I can't, I just can't. And you can't hear them because the plane is creaking and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, I can't, I need help, and it just crashes of the plane, and I'm like, dude, I can't hear what he's saying. What did he say?
Another thing about Lost, they also pull Walking Dead. Everybody you love dies. They'll kill them off
Oh,
slowly.
perfect. The Walking Dead is
Any good character you
pretty
like, we're
much
gonna
what
just
they
kill them
call
real
it.
quick.
The Walking Dead is just like,
We're just gonna
bro,
pull Walking
the
Dead.
show is dead. They pretty much predicted what they were gonna do.
I fucking man, Walking Dead. If they just started killing off so many characters, I was just like, this
So
is just gonna
lame.
be a consistent thing. This is just gonna be such a consistent thing where it's like it doesn't even shock me anymore that this character dies. It's
And
like
there's so many parts where it's just like, bro, I'm so over this. Like when they were in the farm and stuff like that, and they were like, they were there for so goddamn long, and they were
when
in
they
the
killed
prison
off
for so
Herschel, I
long.
stopped caring.
Dude, yeah, Sam. And then
Like Herschel was my favorite character.
Michonne
And
showed
they
up,
killed him
and
off,
she
and
was
I was
just
just
like,
like,
"I'm
fuck
here
this.
now." Like, okay,
Yeah, I mean, if they find Michonne just dragging zombies with her, it's like, alright,
Mhm.
I guess
you're a part of
she's
the group.
cool.
Oh, these are my brothers, by the way.
Yeah,
These are my brothers, by the way.
Apparently-
Alright, you're in.
yeah, she's mentally capable of. I don't know, bro. That was weird. I was just like, all right, so we found a chick dragging
Rick-
zombies
and-
Rick was just like,
Daughter.
you know, that's kind of hot.
around.
That's kind of hot, though. And then Morgan just, like, started becoming a peacekeeper. Is just like, I don't kill anybody. I have staff now. I got stick.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Wait, is
kill
Morgan
anybody.
the same guy from like the beginning?
From the first episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I forgot his
First one
name.
who finds Rick.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
Uh,
His son
they-
hits him in the face with a shovel.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember, dude.
Oh,
I
man.
remember when that came out, and that was like, iFunny's like first big meme. Like, dude, like because around the time The Walking Dead came out, GIFs came out on iFunny, and everybody like would post the Rick getting hit in the face with a shovel, and it would be like, oh, Mondays or something, and it was like, dude, that was a banger back then. You know?
Mondays.
Back then,
So
that
you wanna
was a
talk
banger.
about a real historic moment?
What?
A real historic moment is when you logged on to iFunny that day, and you look at the feature, and there was a moving picture. They're like, oh yeah, this is a thing now. Now that's some real world history.
Yeah, I remember it too. I remember which one it was. It was like a picture of
We
a dude.
graduated from Rage Comics to GIFs.
Yeah, it was like, oh, that moment when you realize iFunny has GIFs now, or like moving pictures now, and then all of a sudden the picture
It was a
started
GIF
like,
of like Zach Galifianakis or something.
yeah, clapping or something like that, and then it like freaked me out the first time. I was like, what the hell is going on, bro? Dude, but I remember old iFunny when it was like 3 buttons. Dude, and I used to post on iFunny. I was that guy, like, back in the day. No,
Did you
not
make
even.
your own Rage Comics?
I think I did at one point, but I remember there was
Bruh.
one picture that I specifically remember that I posted on iFunny. If anybody ever could find it, it was a picture of a bunch of dudes on Halo Reach standing on each other, hiding behind a corner, and it was like when you go camping with the boys or something like that. It was something really dumb. I have to like literally go to the beginning of my iFunny to find it. But it was crazy. I remember I used to post pictures and I thought it was fucking hilarious, dude, because like I got like 10 likes and I was like, dude, this is like what I'm gonna be big on iFunny, bro. I'm famous, bro.
I'm gonna get featured. That was my big goal. I was like,
Dude,
I wanna
yeah.
get featured
I want to
someday.
get featured one day. Now everybody just gets featured.
Yeah, Reddit bots get featured.
Man, I've seen so many like dumb features. Like what the hell?
One feature or that literally haunts me throughout my entire life is it was
Fantasy.
No, it was a stop. It was a picture of a dude from the Olympics that won second place. And this was a time in iFunny where I didn't know if it was either a sarcastic comment or like a sexual joke because like it was back then, and back then they didn't really do that many like sexual jokes. So it was like the caption was like, "Oh, because chicks love a guy that comes second." And thinking now, you're like, "Oh, that's obviously a sexual joke." But back then, I could swear that was like a sarcastic, like snarky comment, and I never can figure out what was it actually back then, and that haunts me till this day. I think about it every day.
I think about it every day.
No,
Like,
I
see,
think ever since
Eh?
what? Ever since Kate Upton, that's when I finally got sexual.
Well, ever since iFunny fired all their mods because they couldn't pay them,
Oh
iFunny
my
has
God.
just become a cesspool of racism and porn.
Not the features though. The features are all
Oh,
propaganda,
yeah,
Reddit
true.
propaganda, and dude, the features are just
Reddit
TikToks
watermark.
or Reddit posts. I haven't seen an original post on iFunny since like 2014, when they were like make your own rage comics. Dude, I remember looking up fucking PewDiePie as like a tag back in the day to look at PewDiePie memes. That's hilarious. Where has the time gone? When we used to watch a dude scream at barrels all day. I don't even remember why.
Yo, it's still on site with Barrel, so we gotta let PewDiePie know we still got shooters out there.
Dude, and now, like, back then, I remember one of my biggest things was, like, watching him play Happy Wheels. That shit was fire, dude.
Happy Wheels used to be awesome, though.
Happy
Oh my
Wheels
God.
hit so
Happy
different.
Wheels. That's how I found James in the seventh
Oh my God.
grade.
Uber Nova
My
Hacks.
girlfriend at the time, yeah, was like, "Hey, look up this dude on YouTube called Uber Nova Hacks. Watch him play. Go to episode 77 of his Happy Wheels." I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
Okay, dude. Does anybody
But yeah,
else
we used to play
remember
Happy Wheels in the computer
Smosh
lab.
though? Dude, I love Happy. I used to do that too. But does everybody remember like the
playing
beginning of
it.
Smosh? Like the
Ice
Smosh
cream.
Food Wars and everything every year? I used to literally be so excited for those. It was the dumbest shit ever too. Food Wars. And then there was like they're like things in real life or whatever. Those were always funny. And or like you remember like Pokemon in real life and all that? Like those were like
That's the
iconic
one I love.
videos.
It's like, Pikachu, use AK-47.
Dude, like back then, things used to be way simpler. I don't know. I feel like YouTube's kind of diluted now, and like with all the stuff going on and whatever. But dude, I miss old YouTube and like I wish I don't know. I like that I grew up watching that. That I could have grown up experiencing that. Like what's it called? Like Ryan Higa and like How to Be Gangster and How to Be Ninja and all that. That was crazy. I used to watch a lot of what's it called? Atlanticraft. That was my shit too.
Oh, dude, same.
And Sky does Minecraft. You know he's playing
The whole
Minecraft again?
gang really like Deadlocks. And
Dude,
Yeah.
I used to
Resident
love
Kids
Deadlocks.
and-
Deadlocks was one of my favorites, and was it Canadian Bacon and all that? But Sky is playing Minecraft again on his new.
Oh, is
he? Yeah,
yeah, he made a
so-
new YouTube account called Sky Does Everything, and after he quit his rap career, which is what he was doing for a while, I saw thumbnails for Sky Does was it like Nostalgia Minecraft or something like that?
Yeah, I saw that too, actually.
I always used to watch the prison
I was
break
actually
or
about to
whatever.
bring
Yeah,
up
they
Prison
actually.
Break, dude.
Yeah, I saw that in my recommended as well. That they went back to the old map.
Oh my god, I remember Prison Break. Dude, I used to know that map like
Eh,
the back of my head.
Same. I used to watch that. I used to watch Sky a whole lot. Man, that
Dude,
was
and
such.
then Alliance Craft with
Oh
Weirdcraft,
man,
or was it called Weirdcraft? Or Wild? It was something. It was called Wildcraft or something like that.
crazy
But
crap.
Crazy Craft, dude. Oh my god, that was my shit. That and Pokecraft or
I
uh
love the Mo creatures.
Mo Creatures was pretty dope. I loved like Crazy Craft and the Pokemon one. I used to watch the dude that used to play the Pokemon one a lot, and he'd also play some horror games and like some Minecraft horror games and stuff like that. His name was like Yami Mash or something like that. Dude, he disappeared, but like I used to love watching his videos. That and who else? Someone else that used to play a lot of modded Minecraft. What are you guys doing?
Banging. Wait.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Oh my god. But that's crazy. I think we should get close to wrapping up. It's funny because we had a bunch of other topics that we wrote down, like
They save
just
them
in,
for later.
just in case we didn't get to those. Um, but something I want to wrap up on is I feel like personally, with what we're doing and with what we're trying to create and stuff like that, I feel like it's gonna be hard because everything's so diluted right now, and like it's like, oh, why watch us specifically in comparison to other people that have probably better content and stuff like that. But I mean, like we have a ways to grow. We are going places, and I can tell that we're gonna do amazing things, and um. Maybe one day we'll be those people that people are talking about. Like, we'll be the ones with quality content and like whenever we upload. But one of the main reasons why I feel like we're gonna do good and why we're gonna be able to succeed is because we grew up watching YouTube. We grew up on the
The
site.
old YouTube.
Yeah, we grew up watching what made YouTube big, so we know like the old memes and the old videos and like all that stuff, and it's like, so we
We're
know.
old.
Yeah, we're old. So we know what not to do and what to do with like when it comes to controversies and stuff like that. We remember all that, and I don't know, I feel like if people gave us a chance, they would like our content and they would like what we have to say and what we're all about. And I don't know, I'm pretty excited for the future. I'm pretty excited to see where we go and what we do. All four of these boyos. Will, Zavo, Shroom, Luca. We got Cat in the mix too. Like I'm pretty excited to see what the future holds for us. I'm really glad you guys can come along with us. And I'm glad you guys, I'm talking to you four, or three, I guess. I'm glad you guys agreed
My God, he's
to
talking to us.
come with me. And
Us?
yeah, you guys. I'm really glad you guys agreed to do this with me. Because I wouldn't be able to do this by myself.
I mean, it's been my dream to do YouTube. I just never had the opportunity to do it.
Exactly. All right. We should wrap up. Thank you guys for coming to our first podcast. I know it's going to be a little rough. There's no editing, no nothing. Because we want to push these out fairly quickly. And the next one will be a little cleaned up. But if you stayed till the end, we appreciate you. And we're glad you're here. and we're glad that you support us in our mission and our future. And hopefully, we'll see you guys in the next one. Anything you guys want to say?
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I think that's copyright.
Not to me.
This is not to me. You can't do it. because
Sabo, you
it's
want to
not
say
me.
anything?
I do not accept it. Sabo, say something. That guy right there.
Sabo,
What?
say something.
Hey,
Sabo, do something.
yeah, that doesn't work like that.
Okay.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Alright.
we'll see you guys in the next one. Probably
Can't
on a
wait
new
to.
set. Maybe not. Depends how lazy we get. All right. Hope you guys like that. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. We got a bunch of links in the description if you want to join our Discord, Patreon, our Instagram. On Discord, you could find our Twitters, you can find our personal Instagrams, and yeah, follow all that stuff. Leave a like, subscribe, bell notification if you guys want to know when we upload again. And I hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.